The new tax bill just passed. Some are calling it the big, beautiful bill, but will it be beautiful for you or a blindside? We're going to be talking about that, the winners and the losers on today's show.
Going to be a great episode today with Scott Dugan, financial advisor at Elevated Retirement Group, serving you all across the country. I'm Walter Storholt, and here on the podcast today, we're continuing our conversations about the One Big Beautiful Bill, and we've done a couple of episodes on this already. By the way, if you want to check those out, links in the description of today's show, so you can go kind of get the full picture of everything. We cover myths and other really important things related to the bill as well. But today, Scott, you've presented this as the winners or losers. How can we tell which side of that fence, or if we're a little bit of both when it comes to the bill? So this should be pretty fun.
Yes, and now that we've had a little bit of time to dissect the bill, and actually we've worked through some tax planning with current clients, and as we're retooling everything for the fall when we do our year-end tax planning
now.
Yeah, so we get a little bigger thing, and this is the first episode that we did about the Big Beautiful Bill is the highest viewership we've ever had. And so we figured, well, people want to know more about it, so let's keep talking about it. So it's kind of just sets the stage a little bit. You know, the sweeping legislation affects taxes, retirement planning, and even Social Security. And so what we're going to talk about today is explore who benefits most, who might be left out, and most importantly, what are the proactive steps smart retirees are taking right now. And you definitely want to stick around to the end because we will have a checklist that could definitely save you thousands in future tax bills, especially if you're over the age of 65.
Okay, excellent. That's helpful. So let's dive right in. Let's talk about the winners first. Who's winning with this law, Scott?
So really, it's retirees and pre-retirees that are 65 and older. So those are the biggest winners. And that's because of this.
Oh, pre-retirees and retirees, great. But the 65 and older category or caveat makes that a little more complicated, doesn't it?
Yeah, you have to be this old to get this bonus. It's kind of the thing.
You got to ride the ride. This old to get the benefit.
Right. Yeah. And so the senior bonus is a new deduction, which is up to $12,000 joint or $6,000 single. Now, this is going to apply to those from age 65 plus with a modified adjusted gross income under $150,000 joint or $75,000 if you're single. Now, there is a phase out to this, and it's at $250,000 joint or $175,000 single. This deduction is going to be phased out. So one important note here is you don't need to be collecting Social Security to receive the deduction, but it could reduce or eliminate federal tax on Social Security for approximately 88% of seniors, which, to give you context, and there's a lot of numbers out there, but roughly 64% of seniors right now do not pay federal tax on Social Security. So we're going from 64% up to approximately 88% is where you're going to see that impact.
Makes sense. And is this one of those situations as well, Scott, where obviously the deduction for someone who might be still working, they might have a chance of being maxed out and then not being able to take advantage of this deduction. But in retirement, even if they were a high earner during their working years, they might be more likely to be eligible for this senior bonus?
Yes, as that income drops, and yes, it definitely would be the case.
Okay, so if you're a high earner, don't just assume that this isn't going to apply to you in retirement. It may still.
Yes, okay. And we'll talk about timeframes of how long this thing's going to last too, as well, a little bit later. And where we're seeing, and this fits a lot of our clientele, high net worth individuals, the estate tax exemptions has been extended. Definitely the benefit we can lock in multi-year planning with stable tax brackets where they are now. And it's definitely ideal for gifting strategies, Roth conversions, and family wealth planning. And one of the things that this bill did was give us clarity on, the sunset of the current tax situation prior to this bill being put into place was the end of this year. So it was really kind of a race to get things done. Well, those have been extended permanently, or the next time someone else gets in power and wants to get rid of them. But we're really looking at the next, 25, 6, 7, and 8, we can take advantage of these lower tax marginal rates. And that's where those, especially the Roth conversion, gifting strategies all come into play if there's applicable to your situation.
So over 65, I'm a winner. High net worth individual, I'm feeling pretty good about things. Who else is a winner from the big beautiful bill?
Definitely charitable givers. Above the line charitable deductions are now available for non-itemizers, which is great because only about 10% of the population estimate was being able to itemize. Also gives you that opportunity to bunch contributions for bigger tax benefits without needing to itemize. And so again, it's going to be situational, obviously, and that's what our team has been busy doing. Is we already had our tax projections built for 2025. Our software has been updated with the new rules. Now we're rerunning those to see what the opportunities are there. And what we've seen so far, and we're a ways in, about 25% of the way in of redoing all of our calculations, we are seeing some clients are able to take advantage of additional Roth conversions for the year. We are seeing clients are going to be able to get a charitable deduction because maybe they had a small deduction, but weren't able to itemize. So that's going to be helpful. So all in all, it's going to be a net benefit for a pretty good swath of the families that we serve.
Yeah, very cool. So those are the winners of the big beautiful bill as we've been able to kind of see it so far, both from reading the bill and then also in practice in the office as Scott's been meeting with clients over the last couple of weeks since this first came out. Let us know in the comments. Are you one of the winners? Are you that person who's going to get that senior bonus? Are you a charitable giver who's excited about some of the changes? Let us know in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube, and leave any questions there that you might have as well for additional questions you have about the big beautiful bill that you'd like to see Scott answer on a future video. All right, Scott. So the depressing part of the video, I suppose, who loses out from this thing?
One that comes to mind right now is really the high income married couple. Now we talked about high net worth. That can be different than high income married couples. All right. So those earning over $150,000 may see phase outs on the Social Security deductions, and that overtime tip exclusion. Also, you could see a negative benefit there. So again, that's where you would lose access to some of the bonuses that are in the bill. States that have low taxes, so low tax state residents, that SALT cap changes mainly benefit residents of high tax state areas. So Florida, Texas, Nevada, you may not see that much of a change in your taxation. And that the next people that may lose out are W-2 only earners. So if you don't have any rental or business income, you miss that bonus depreciation opportunities. Real estate investors and business owners, they can come out ahead because accelerated depreciation and other things that come into that. It's designed to stimulate people to expand, to hire, to buy, to build factories, to purchase things. So those are some of the people that would benefit as well. And really, to get into the third area, I think is probably the most important, is strategic move to consider right now. And the number one thing on our list is really Roth conversions. We've been a proponent of those. Why would a Roth conversion make sense? Because if you've got a belief that tax rates are going to be higher in the future, and I like pro-growth. I see the lower tax rates as extensions as an opportunity. And I don't get political about things. Does it put more towards our national debt? It does. And so this is not fundamentally restructuring and taking care of some of the fundamental issues we have. The idea behind this is what we're reading into it is it's about growth and expansion and prosperity. They're trying to kind of stimulate our way out of those things. And so again, Roth conversions they pay at a lower tax rate today, knowing that you would be insulated from future tax increases if they do happen. And so again, brackets are locked in. So now's the time to act. And now we can consider multi-year conversion plans before the bill sunsets in 2028. So our window increased of time of how we could still continue to do this type of Roth conversion strategies. In the estate and gifting category, definitely utilize those extended exemption amounts while they last. And it's an ideal window for intergenerational transfers. And that definitely gets into, can get into trust planning, bringing an estate planning attorney in, can be a part of that mix. And finally, that charitable giving strategy, using donor advised funds or bunching techniques is extremely important. And because you want to really maximize deductions now, and even non-itemizers, again, are really be beneficiaries of these things. So pro tip here, a strategic plan now can turn a temporary deduction into a permanent advantage for you and your beneficiaries.
Is your retirement strategy working as hard as you are? Get the answers you deserve with Elevated Retirement Group's information-packed toolkit. Inside, you'll get Scott's book, Exceptional Retirement, along with essential insights covering the 5 key areas of retirement planning, strategies to keep more of your hard-earned money, and how to choose your winning retirement team. Take control of your retirement today. Click the link in today's show description to claim your toolkit at no cost to you.
Well, I know it's really important to have proper planning with things like this, Scott, because an 800 plus bill comes out. It's got lots of changes, lots of exclusions, lots of moving parts. Sometimes can be hard to tell, even if we try to spell it out here on the show. Hey, you're going to benefit from this if you fall into these categories. There's just so many moving parts. So what are some of the things that you've seen so far that might be tripping people up or leading people astray?
I think the biggest one would be implementation dates, because not everything starts right away. So some changes began retroactively back in mid-January 2025.
Right. Not even January 1st, like mid-January.
Yeah. Others don't start until 2026. So double check those effective dates before you act. Obviously, as financial planners, we have software that keeps track of all those things and alerts us to those issues. But that's what we do day in and day out. So again, don't get tripped up by that. I think the second thing would be the age requirements. Only filers 65 or older by 2028 qualify for the new senior bonus, and early retirees and Social Security disability recipients do not qualify for some of these things. And then, that sunset clause is the third thing that could trip people up. The senior bonus and several provisions are set again to expire in 2028, right before an election. Imagine that. And so this is a limited time planning window, not a forever change. Now, will they extend it? Maybe, but we have to work with what we know to be today and stay inside those parameters. So as a recap, winners, age 65 plus, retirees with a modified adjusted gross income under 150,000, charitable givers, and estate planners, big winners here. Potential losers, high income couples because of the phase out, W-2 only earners, or you reside in a state with low tax rates. And finally, the senior bonus is real, but it's temporary. So now is the time to act. So as we wrap up today, the big beautiful bill might just hand you a tax break, but if you don't act before the sunset in 2028, or if you're not 65 by then, it may just pass you by entirely.
We don't want that to happen, Scott. So we want people to be informed. We want them to be aware of whether they are going to be in that winner category or the loser category, or obviously somewhere in between, maybe benefiting a little bit, but not all the way for some of these things. So I pressed you a little bit to give us a guide, make this easy on us to try to figure out if we are going to be, in that category of a winner or a loser. And you've helped us out. You created a checklist that sees how ready we are for the big, beautiful bill and how it's going to affect us. So we're going to provide this download link in the description of today's show. So go check it out. You can see the simple checklist, see where you check the boxes in the different categories that are going to be the biggest movers and shakers over the next couple of years. And this is a quick snapshot of what it looks like. And Scott, what people just put check marks back. And if I get all 3 or 4 in each category, I'm feeling pretty good about things.
Oh, most definitely. And the genesis of this, we devised a plan to go through, take our clients through this and figure out, what applies, who are the people that are going to benefit the most. And so we prioritize those let's jump in. Let's look at that. But yeah, we developed this as a general tool. If you're, do-it-yourselfer, maybe you work with, maybe just a broker or an investment advisor that doesn't do this holistic planning. This is a great place to start. And like I say, you just go through that and then you can decide, hey, do you need to become more of an expert at this if you're a do-it-yourselfer? Do you need to take this back to the professional you're utilizing and maybe educate them and have them walk you through it? Or if you're one of our clients, we're already on top of these things, and we'll be rolling this out in our upcoming strategy meetings, where we're going to talk about what is the opportunity that this bill has given us. And again, I think it's important to always remind people, yes, some people are super excited about the bill and its name. Some people cannot stand the name of the bill and the person that put it out there, the administration. I just tell you that these are the rules, and there's opportunities that are presented, and it's our job to navigate our clients through the opportunities, no matter who brought it up. And I would encourage you, no matter what side that you find yourself on, use this checklist. See, are there things that you can take advantage of and to better your situation for you and your family? That's what good planning is about. Not getting emotional about the situation. Remove that and just look at what are the facts, what's black and white. How does this improve or change your situation? And what should you do next to maximize that for you and your family and ultimately their benefit?
Great points today, Scott. Appreciate that. Appreciate you providing this downloadable guide as well. Perhaps you download the guide, you're not checking off a whole lot of boxes, you don't feel prepared or ready for the big, beautiful bill, or maybe even more broadly about retirement, about your financial plan. These are the kinds of solutions that Scott's finding for his clients each and every day in the office. So don't hesitate to reach out. If you want to dive into more details, take a closer look at your plan and go through the planning process. You can start everything with a review of your plan with Scott and his team. All you have to do is book a call in the description of today's show. We've got a link. Click on that, and you can schedule a time to visit at your convenience. Scott, thanks for the breakdown today on another Big Beautiful Bill episode, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, looking forward to it.
Don't forget, folks, to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and check out our other Big Beautiful Bill videos linked in the description as well. We'll see you next time.
This video has been prepared for educational and marketing purposes only. The information in this video is general in nature, does not constitute personalized investment advice, and does not provide a complete analysis of the subjects discussed. All investments involve risk, and different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk. There can be no assurance that any specific investment strategy will be profitable or suitable to you. Additionally, although information presented in this video is believed to be factual and up to date, we do not guarantee its accuracy. You should consult an attorney or tax professional regarding your specific legal or tax situation and should consult a professional advisor before implementing any of the strategies mentioned in this video. Investment advisory services are offered through Elevated Capital Advisors LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor affiliated with Elevated Retirement Group LLC. Registration as an investment advisor does not constitute an endorsement of Elevated Capital Advisors LLC by securities regulators, nor does it indicate that the firm has attained a particular level of skill or ability. Insurance advice and products may be offered by a third-party insurance producer, which may be affiliated with Elevated Retirement Group LLC and Elevated Capital Advisors LLC. Walter Storholt and Third Wheel Media LLC receive compensation for their assistance in preparing and hosting this video.